All right. 3, 2, 1, clap.
Alrighty.
Cool. Booty sauce.
Hello,
Awesome.
and welcome back to the V-Bois podcast. I'm your main host, Captain Pika, here. With my co-hosts, we have the one, the only, the Boss Pengu.
Yee.
And on the other side, we have our other boy, the majestical Spectre Mimic.
Hey, yo, what's up, everyone? It's me, Spectre Mimic. Jingleberry here.
Sponsored by Arby's every time.
Yeah, sponsored by Arby's.
Okay, and we also have a guest today. As this is your guest, Spectre, why don't you go ahead and introduce him for us and let him introduce himself as well?
Okay. Tyran is a VTuber I met through Twitter, and he is a pretty cool Chad, as I may say.
I mean, I appreciate it.
Yeah, he's I could say more, but I feel like explaining more would be in his part. Explaining himself.
Fair enough.
Let's let him explain a bit about himself. You know, who are you? What do you do?
Yeah, well,
What's
as
your
he
story?
said, I am Tyran Asmodeus. I am your friendly, chaotic Nephilim here to bring chaos to the mortal realm and, just generally make friends along the way, hopefully. I hail from Purgatory and am currently in the midst of trying to escape, as it will soon be shown in my lore video I should hopefully have prepared in the next, month or two. But other than that, yeah, that's just kind of my thing. I'm just a small VTuber currently right now, and I don't really have much going on. I'm just trying to build my following basis, my community, and that, and it's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, so are you one of those VTubers who commits to your lore in everything, or is your lore just
Not necessarily
for fun, on Twitter kind of stuff?
That's more so what it is. It's like on streaming that, especially now that I just recently received my VTuber model finished and rigged and everything yesterday. So now that I have that, I want to play into it a little bit more because you can actually see the expressions and everything, and I'll have the different assets to work with it. But generally speaking, it's one of those things where it's almost like I'm acting like I have an alternate personality when I start doing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. That's cool. I was just asking because I have seen those people who will commit to their to their role even in DMs.
Yeah, no, I can't. It's it depends. If you have it where it's you start a conversation on a Twitter message, right? And then it kind of goes to the DMs because for whatever reason, the topic that gets brought up and that. But if it's generally speaking where I start noticing they're just kind of talking regularly, I just pretty much drop the act and I just start talking like a regular person because I don't want to sit there and make things super weird or anything like that for people if they're not that's not their thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
That's pretty cool.
Straight up normal.
The way I do it, my lore is more of a side thing. I'll go and I'll make tweets on Twitter, being in the lore perspective, just to add to the story a bit here and there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the way I've set it up, my character is me, so it's I don't really have to pretend. I just have to do.
I need to get with some people. I need to get with some people. I need to get with some people when they do the lore videos to throw in a little penguin in the background somewhere, and then my lore video will be "Did you see it? Did you see it?
No.
He's everywhere," and then just the penguin.
He's a multi-dimensional penguin. He's in everybody's lore somewhere.
Beautiful.
Literally somewhere. You can put me anywhere. You can put me literally anywhere. You want me to put on a fucking altar dancing? Just there.
That is the extent of his lore. He's just a part of everybody else's somewhere.
Yeah, you've seen Thanos? He's there in the background.
Because my lore, I'm a virtual space captain. So in the virtual space, but it's cyberpunk themed as well.
Okay.
He's a penguin mechanic on my ship.
Beautiful.
He also,
well, if
he also
that's the
canonically-
case.
He also
sorry, go ahead.
canonically crashed me into a virtual Denny's at some point, which I don't know who.
Oh, that was great,
Virtual
Kaden.
Denny's
That
is
was
made.
great.
I
The
love
Space
that.
Denny's.
No, part of actually that ironically enough works out because I could actually have him in my lore as an assistant.
Perfect.
Because part of what I have as when I'm in the mortal world is I have a disguise of being a sex ed teacher because I am also more so of a lewd tuber as well. I just recently got some art in that commissioned, finished commissioned I should say. So it's that's kind of where I take that.
Now, see, you're comfortable with the whole LewDuber thing. You don't have like no future plans for like keeping clean or anything like that. Being more advertiser friendly or anything.
There is so much money to be made in lewd.
I was about to say, I'm like, it has to be tasteful lewd. Like, you can't just like show bare titties, ass, and dick, right? Like it has to be. It can be. Okay, I'll put it this way. So you guys know the Nuxtaku, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had a G Fuel sponsorship thing, like he always does, right? But he advertised it on Twitter by having artwork of his character like squatting down, like spreading his legs, but it was from the back view, and his the G Fuel was like in between his ass cheeks. But and G Fuel themselves like applauded him in the comments for it. They were like, "This is great, top tier marketing. Keep it going." And I'm just like, I mean, if companies are okay, yeah, no, literally, I can try to find the tweet, but like they literally commented like, "This is like it's like top tier marketing." They were absolutely fucking okay with it.
Yeah, see,
this is the marketing we want.
I think the main thing for me is it's like I don't mind swearing or all that and stuff like that. It's just my fear is like if I do anything lewd, like normally I wouldn't mind. It's just like if I get to a point where I'm making any merch or anything like that, companies would be like, oh, he's like,
See, I feel like people worry about that just a little too much. Like I said, if you're not like, don't get me wrong, there are some of the YouTubers out there that like just post constant, essentially porn every day, and I will not deny that.
That's
but
another thing. Like, I wouldn't want it to be like the whole thing. Anything I'm known for. Like, I wouldn't mind it every now and then, but I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, that guy's a LewDuber.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of where like the approach that I'm taking with it, where it's like it's a part of the whole persona, but it's not like the only part of it, kind of thing.
Like I don't know if any of you guys have been keeping up with anything I've been talking about revolving my lore, because the whole thing is my lore. It's like I'm from a cyberpunk alternate universe, and I'm beta testing this it's called dive gear. It essentially transfers your consciousness into a virtual world.
So like SAO.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
SAO, but space themed.
Fair enough.
But every person who's beta testing it gets their own guides called Lux. I was lucky enough to get 2. A taller, like, well-endowed rocker chick and a smaller, flat-chested chick, like sisters. And I threw out in my lore one day, like, the smaller one was like, hey, you want to do something fun? Led me to the back room and whispered in my ear, bigger dick tops.
What the fuck?
So canonically, the smaller of the 2 guides in my lore has a bigger dick than me.
Yo.
Well, goddamn.
You got outshowed in your own lore.
Wow.
Dude, my lore is just simple. I'm just like this ancient being's creation. He's like, I love you. Go everywhere. And I was like, alright, I'll do it. And I went everywhere. So
I'm just... I picked like a simple one, I guess, sort of. Mine's basically like... what's the word? I keep forgetting the word, but a dark god deity who's basically... He was like one of the first primordials. And, every guy's supposed to do their shit. I'm over here like, yeah, I'm kind of bored. I'm just gonna, like, live with the mortals now. I'm just a lazy
bored
god.
Demon? I like it. I like it.
Fair.
I was gonna say, like, we've seen your pictures for your reference sheet and stuff, Spectre, but we've never actually heard your lore.
Yeah. Exactly. It was nice, though.
Yeah.
I guess I simplified it, but I'm thinking of talking to a friend and deepening the lore, making it more solid. Because one thought to myself was like, okay, well, to balance it out, because I'm basically a god killer, or of a gods, I guess. I just like wipe my own memories. It'll slowly come back to me, but that's how I first meet some other people and their VTubers themselves, and then one thing leads to another. Here I am.
And then just throw a penguin in there somewhere, just like so I can have like little snippets, just snippets. I like literally my whole lore video is gonna be like snippets of other videos that have the penguin, and I'm like, you didn't see it, did you? He's always been here. He is here. He is everywhere.
I technically have Oh, go ahead, Picker.
Oh no, you go.
I was just gonna say I technically have other places where I could put Pengu in my lore. It's just I can't necessarily say anything right now because otherwise it would spoil my lore video that I have being prepared.
You are completely fine. You are completely
Because let me
fine.
tell you, there are some other funny spots I could absolutely put Pengu that would make it even more hilarious.
Dude, that's the whole point of my lore. I just love the idea because everyone was like so serious in their lore and like
wherever
this, and that.
he causes
like,
the most chaos, to be honest, because
It's where I'll be.
He's chaotic. He's a mechanic for my ship, but literally the way he fixes everything is he just smacks it with a hammer.
I mean, God, now I want to put you in like both sections at this point because you fit into the whole fact that I'm a chaotic Nephilim.
Dude.
So it's like, See, now you're giving me ideas.
Oh yeah, I can go anywhere, dude. Just put me anywhere, I'll be chilling. I did this because I wanted something fun to do to reach other VTubers, and I figured, you know what, I could just include myself in like other lore.
In everything.
Yeah, and then it's just like boom.
Yeah.
I think my favorite place he's included right now is Dan Tansky's lore. I don't know if you've listened to any of our previous episodes or know who Dan Tansky is.
No.
So Dan Tansky, he's an older guy, like he's in his 50s, but he's doing VTubing, like retired. He's doing VTubing stuff.
That's
It's pretty
beautiful. I love that.
Awesome.
His
I'm
thing is-
absolutely here for it.
His thing is he's a monster hunter, so he came up with a whole lore on how he became a VTuber. The lore we came up with was Pengu was there to kill his parents in Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
In my...
And that is why he became a VTuber. Like similar to Batman, except for instead of a Batman, he's a VTuber.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, he's trying to stop me.
That's. Oh,
But he doesn't
my
know
Lord.
it's me.
That's hilarious.
I think it'd be hilarious just having this big giant community project, and then just having like the feedback from that, like just random big VTubers being like, "What the fuck's the penguin mean?" Oh, it means something later on. You'll find out later on. And then when I release my lore video, I'll be like, "What the fuck? Oh, he was everywhere the entire time? He was there.
Honestly, I think
he was
it'd be
there." And I'll
really-
be like,
I want to do that lore video thing, and I want to make a 2D Live VTube model. Everything's so expensive, man. I just
I've
spent
got to
like
wait to
200.
make mine.
I just spent like 200 something dollars the other week just to order a reference sheet.
Yeah, my model cost me over $1,000. Let me tell you.
Lord, that's...
What?
Well, that was with the model and the rigging, and it was a 2D model versus a 3D model.
See, I think because I have a 3D model right now, I think I want to go the 2D model because it just generally looks better.
Yeah. Well, the 3D is as far as I've seen, is typically the cheaper option.
Yeah, so
Because of how they can integrate it into certain systems, but like with the 2D version, you need to be able to integrate it into something like VTube Studio for it to function properly, because it's not like it's tracking your movements in a 3D sense, it's tracking it in a 2D sense.
yeah, I might go
Which is
for a
harder to
3D
show.
first at that.
3D would be a good idea to start with.
If I ever grow and get big enough, I'll transition to a 2D.
Hell yeah.
I realistically
a
should
bunch of
have,
different ones.
but I unfortunately was just like, my ideas for this model are just too great. I have to commit to it.
Yeah, fair enough. Honestly, I get that. I literally made mine in like 5 minutes, and then I had a friend of mine be like, "Hey, I'll make you one because it'd be a funny thing. It'd be a nice thing to do." I was like, "Oh, cool." So like the only reason I'm even getting one like made is because a good friend of mine was like, "Yo, I need to make sure my rigging skills are up to test." So thank you, Angel Glass.
I'm honestly
yeah.
I'm excited for mine. Like the person I
It looks
found
cool.
I found somebody on Fiverr that does really cool stuff. That have done really cool stuff. The only thing is like, it didn't look like it was gonna be that expensive, but then they charged out the ass for commercial
yeah.
use.
There's a reason why they charge you, because if you
Like,
go big,
it was like
they're not gonna get credit for it.
It was like 175 base, but then they charged like 100 just for commercial use.
That's, wow, what the fuck?
I used a honey discount though, so I got like 26 off.
Nice. Honey is a fucking great service.
Oh, it is.
Sponsor
It
me,
is.
for real.
It is.
I will gladly talk about your product for hours on end.
I found an artist that I want to do the modeling and everything, but because they are busy with a lot of people, or they like they're pretty popular. They're pretty popular actually.
No.
I'm in the waiting spot, and I don't think he's gonna pick. So I'm gonna have to choose more people.
I'm sure it'll work out fine. What I would say do is maybe like look at different art styles and be like, hey, you can't have the one you want right now. Maybe do a different art style version of it. Because I like your model looks very serious. I think you could find like a little chibi maker, a chibi model maker, and get like a chibi version of him.
He also does a chibi version as well. Like,
Oh,
I should
dude!
give you
Oh,
guys
hell yeah! The chibi version. I'd love to see
show
it.
you.
Oh yeah, you can get plenty of chibi versions done, honestly.
I love it. It's so cool. I always like the way the little chibis always look. They're so cute designed.
Where do I put this?
Honestly, my plan is once I get my reference sheet, all those people who are like, yeah, doing a raffle, or I just need somebody to draw or whatever, you drop your PNGs, I'm just going to drop my reference sheet and as many of those as I can and hopefully get some art.
Dude, I'm trying to do that the entire time. I'm trying to get like someone to make a profile pic for me that makes it look nice.
Yeah, just look right there. This is the guy I'm talking about.
You trying to find a new profile pic, Pengu? You don't like the one I made for you?
It's a great one. Don't get me wrong. It's just I would love one of the characters, so it doesn't look like I'm a weird ass like cyber penguin.
You don't like.
I like the way it looks though.
You don't like the AI generated art that I made for you?
I genuinely want him to be an actual fucking penguin.
Dude, it's fucking. I'm saying, bro. I'm saying like I would love to be either that or like the penguin hybrid thing. Either way, it would look good. It would look good.
I still think it would look best if you did like the actual person wearing like a penguin onesie and you have the yellow flips in your hair.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking about getting like made. I'm thinking about doing that and have like a little chaotic grin on him.
That would be so big.
Like his base thing is a chaotic grin.
And then you can get people to make you them little gremlin art.
Oh, dude, that'd be epic. That'd be fucking epic.
Have that with a little gremlin art.
Okay. So, what do you do content-wise, if you don't mind me asking?
Me?
Yeah. Let's get back into
it. I typically, well, it depends on the day. Typically, I do gaming of variety. I'm not like too particular in staying on one game and that. Otherwise, I like to do a bit of like React content here and there and that. Just because I like, I don't know if you guys know the channel Meme Sheep at all, but they have some. They have some very very fucking fantastic videos in that. And because I've seen, YouTubers in that and Twitch streamers react in the like proper way, so you're not abusing copyright or anything like that. I know how to like when I like at the time frame I need to make sure I'm like reacting or at least pausing the video so that way I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's mainly just video games because I've been a gamer since I was a fucking child.
Oh, same. I feel that.
A lot of people are nowadays, and it's nice. It's nice because like the genre is only getting better.
What was your favorite console?
To be real with you, I love the GameCube. All right, like
a solid choice.
I have such a nostalgia for it because like it was like that it was the first console system that I ever grew up with. And I am still in love with so many of the games from back then. Like, when me and my fiance moved into our house that we have right now, we had brought with us the GameCube that she still had from her house, from like her family's house and that. And I didn't realize that her dad still had the original copy of the it was like the multi-disc Zelda game thing. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh yeah.
Where it had like some of the older games. It had like Majora's Mask on there, Wind Waker, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
the collection, whatever it's called.
Yeah, he had the like an original copy of that, like in that original like gold casing that it came in. And he let me borrow it to play it, and I just had a fucking field day going through all Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, fucking Wind Waker all over again. Even on those shitty GameCube graphics, I still didn't care. It didn't fucking matter to me at all.
Those games were awesome, honestly. Those games were fucking amazing.
GameCube is a solid choice. I used to have a GameCube when I was like way younger. Although I didn't have very many games from it. The only games I really remember is I had a Super Smash Bros. Melee, of course. And I had another game called I Ninja.
Okay.
I Ninja. That was such a fun game. I know a lot of people don't know it, or if they do, they probably just don't remember it. But that was such a fun little game.
The only two games I had on my GameCube was Rampage and Mario Strikers.
I like Rampage. Fun game.
Yeah.
One of the
other ones I have a huge nostalgia for from the GameCube was the original Luigi's Mansion. I love the shit out of the original Luigi's Mansion, just because of like the lore on top of it too that it played into was also really fun.
I do gotta say though, my absolute favorite console was the original Xbox.
That's understandable.
That one was
Good choice.
the console of my childhood, with the classic Crash Bandicoots and Spyro and Voodoo Vince and Super Monkey Ball and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, Super Monkey Ball is great.
Super Monkey Ball. That sounds so familiar.
That's the one
it's
where
a monkey
you're
in a ball.
in a ball and you're rolling down an obstacle.
I actually wanted to try out the new Super Monkey Ball.
It's really good, honestly.
They're fun, but none of them compared to the Super Monkey Ball that was on the original Xbox.
No, yeah.
Like, that one was just so good.
Isn't that the one that had, like, mini games and stuff you could play with your friends, like a race mode and shit?
No.
Okay.
That one was literally just
good.
the courses. You would take turns rolling through the courses to see who would actually make it and who would do it the fastest. Yeah.
Ah, shoot. So
Yeah.
we know about your character and what you do. Well, what kind of audience are you looking for? You know, what kind of things? What's going on?
I mean, I'm not very picky in anything, honestly. Like, well, as long as it's 18 plus. That's the one specific that I have. But other than that, I'm not very particular in who my audience is, honestly. I'm a very open and welcoming person when it comes to like interacting with people. I'm not very judgmental at all on things, and I'm typically very understanding. If I don't like completely get somebody's point of view, I typically try to be as understanding as I possibly can.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, see, the way it's kind of like similar to how I see it. Like, I really don't care who's watching me. I'm just going to do what I want to do. If you don't think it's appropriate, then don't watch me.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing.
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
You definitely don't want, like, a young audience in there.
Alright, now let's get into some real fucking questions. So,
Okay.
out of all the Minecraft blocks, what Minecraft block would you be?
Oh God, what the fuck kind of question is this?
Dude, out of
It's
all
a
of them, what
stolen
Minecraft
question.
block would you
It's
be?
stolen content.
Like, maybe stolen, I'm sure you won't mind.
I'm not 100% sure. That's never something I've actually thought about, so I legitimately can't honestly give an answer. That was kind of thrown as like a.
Fine, then I will give you
Here's a better question.
Oh, you got one?
Okay.
Would you rather
Oh God.
have unlimited bacon, but no more video games, or
Oh. Okay.
games, unlimited games, but no more games?
But no games.
Wait. Huh? Wait. What? Wait. You said.
Did you not hear it? Did you not? I'll repeat it again for you. Bacon, unlimited bacon.
Yes.
But no more games.
Yes.
Or
Okay. I got that.
Games, unlimited games, but no games.
But no games. Wait. How does that work?
But no games. No games.
How does unlimited games but no games work? Explain that one to
Unlimited,
me.
no games.
Do you need us to repeat the question again?
No. It's. No, Oh, you're asking do I choose unlimited games or no games to the first question? No?
No.
No, or is
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is
I don't think he's hearing us right, Pingu. I don't think he's hearing us right.
No.
Okay, I'll ask it again. Would you rather have unlimited bacon,
Okay.
but no games, or
Okay.
games? Unlimited games, infinite games, but no games.
But no games.
See, that last part is where you're like throwing me off because
That's what throws me.
Yeah, I'm fully on page with you of you either you don't have it, you get bacon but no more games, or you get no games but you get bacon, like one of those two. But then you're throwing this whole like you get unlimited games but you get no games into there, and then that's where I'm like getting confused.
I fucking love how effective this question is for people who don't know.
It really is. It really
So,
is amazing.
I'm assuming Spectre doesn't know either.
This is
Nah.
technically double stolen content.
Okay.
I watch a podcast called Chuckle Sandwich with Jay Schlatt,
Okay.
and they ask the same exact question to every single guest they have. But Jay Schlatt, he got it back from Machinima Inbox.
Okay.
They received a letter that had that question on it, and they were just absolutely mind blown.
I mean, understandable. It's just one of those things where it's like that. Like I said, that first part makes complete sense, but then you put the second part in there, and then I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? I feel like I missed something.
That's the point. You fuck with people so hard with that.
Yeah.
It's such a great question. It's such a great question.
No, that's fair. I completely agree. I was fucking thrown for a loop there for a second.
I would have kept going with it, but it is only funny for so long.
Understandable.
Oh man.
So, do you listen to any podcasts? Do you have any favorite creators or anything like that have their own podcast or anything?
I actually really love listening to Trash Taste.
You know, I had never heard of them,
Uh-huh.
but when I came up for an idea for a podcast with some previously with some other friends and stuff, we were coming up with names. I was like, I don't know, we're kind of garbage, let's just call ourselves like Trash Vibes, like we're just Trash Vibes. But then after I mentioned that, people keep bringing it up to me. That's too similar to another podcast, Trash Taste. And I'm like, I've never heard of this podcast before.
What's up?
No, that's understandable.
Like, people straight up at first think I'm just copying Trash Taste, but it's like, I had honestly never heard of that before. I just thought Trash Vibes was a very fitting name.
I don't know. I like the name. If it wasn't for that, like, I'd love to put that as like a secondary title. The V-Bois podcast with some trash vibes. On a shirt. But hopefully, I'm wanting to make this podcast a little more interesting later on. Once we get a little bigger, I'd love to actually do something with like some VR, like actually in the VR. Since we are called the V-Bois.
Understandable.
be an
Have
entire
some models
podcast
like,
in the
VR
VR.
chat, have a little like VR chat room.
A little
Host the podcast
little
in.
seat couches and seats and shit, make it all
Exactly.
look professional.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Nice.
Like, I'm the one who originally came up with that idea, but yeah, it's really cool.
I like that you emphasize that.
Yeah, because Pangu's sitting here saying
Nah,
it
it'd be
was
so
his
neat.
idea.
I like that.
I never said it was
still
my
remember-
idea. I never said it was my idea. I just never said
I
it wasn't
still-
my idea.
Yeah, I still remember, like, I just said, like, some people, like, other VTubers might want to stream or some shit. So just why not have someone do it visually, where there's the table, the chairs, and then all our characters just fucking
Yeah,
there
naturally,
talking.
naturally.
Yeah.
I've tried
That'd
to
be
talk to
nice.
Spectre about getting a cool background for our podcast, at least on the YouTube channel, but he still hasn't done it yet.
Yes, I'm sorry, I work
You're fine.
for a lot.
You're fine, Spencer. Trust me, I ain't just about it. It would be nice to put something in the background, though, for these videos, 'cause I kind of just use the free-to-use image. But,
Yeah. It's not a big deal, though. It's not a big deal. People
No,
come to a
no.
podcast to listen.
I mean, that's really what you're doing anyway. You're coming to listen, not necessarily to watch.
Yeah.
exactly. Alrighty. Well, what's your favorite game of all time? You said you're a gamer. What do you stream a lot of?
Well, that's two completely favorite game of all time and what I stream a lot of are
Both.
two completely different questions.
Both.
Do both.
Both answers.
Both? Okay. Well, fuck. Favorite game of all time. I honestly,
You
I have to.
You can always
I-
come back to that one if need be.
No, I honestly, if there's like one thing that pops into my head immediately, it's got to be Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Ooh, nice. Okay, that's good. I like that.
Just because I have such a nostalgia for the game and that, and I've played it so many times over, and it's like I said, when I played it after we got the GameCube and everything over at our house, and that it didn't matter about the graphics or anything. Like, I was just enjoying playing the game for what it was.
I'm gonna say
Good choice,
something that
good choice.
might be like outrageous, but I've never actually played Zelda games.
Oh no, I'm not.
They
I've
are
always,
really
I've
good.
always wanted to get into them, but the only one I've ever actually played a little bit of was I played Phantom Hourglass for the DS.
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of a lot of the DS ones, honestly.
Yeah, Phantom Hourglass. I never beat it because I got to this one room. It was like inside of a tree, I think, and there's like a puzzle, and I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Zelda games is that you have to be somebody who is willing to figure out puzzles and shit, because that's like 90% of the content in Zelda games.
I was also like 10 years old when I did that, so I just
Oh,
really
yeah.
did it too quickly.
No excuse, Pika. You should have figured it out.
Of course.
No.
Now your
So-
most streamed game.
Stream game.
Mm. My most streamed game?
Like if you have nothing to play, something you default to.
It's gonna sound a bit pathetic, but League.
Oh,
Aw,
yeah,
Day,
no,
welcome
but
to the
yeah,
boat. Welcome
yeah,
to the
we're-
boat.
I've been suffering it. I've been suffering in that boat for a while now.
Oh, you could have just gamed with us.
Oh, yeah.
We could have get you to platinum. What you mean?
I'm a
Oh
gamer
no, we
now.
cannot. Unless
I
that
used to
your
be a
name built
very-
yesterday.
I used to be a very on and off League player. Like I'd play a few times over a course of a week, and then like stop for like several months until I met these guys. And now it's
Yeah.
like I want to play with them, but then like it's always let's just play League. Let's just play League. So it's
I'm
like, fine, I
more-
guess.
more
So
games
League's just
than just
become my
League.
most played game because that's like all these guys.
League is just a
playing.
good default because
Yeah.
everyone has it. Like everyone's like, "What games you got?" And then everyone's like, let's play League." Instead of trying to figure it out, we're just like, "Yeah, let's play League."
I mean, yeah.
Right.
People also just enjoy watching it too, because you either get to watch somebody be dog shit or watch somebody shit on all the dog shit players.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
So
I love
I
that.
have an idea that can be pretty unique for the podcast. Why not just have
What's up?
a very beautiful, colorful background, whatever you might like, and then have an HD mic. Let's just say this. If I could just share my screen real quick. Like, if you pay
Okay.
attention real quick.
1 second.
Imagine any of these mics, any of these ones right here, like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one or the long ass arm one, and then it's your icon, and every time you talk, it's that wave, audio wave thing that just moves around. So
Yeah,
it's
it
kinda
goes up
like,
your character. So it does.
it's-
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly,
Subtle.
That'd be
Spectre,
nice.
what I was trying to say was, you have like
Yeah.
four squares on a random like a plain color background, and then
Yeah.
in each square you put one of our VTuber models.
Yeah, that would work out pretty nice, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's what I was trying to explain to you last time. When you were talking about this whole table with putting us around this table and all that. It's like-
Yeah, I was thinking what other people
I
were
was-
thinking. And
I
then
was like,
think
no,
outside the
just
box.
something very simple. Just have 4 boxes. Have each of us put one of our models in each box. If we have a guest, we put the guest in the 4th box. If not, just put a logo or a logo we come up with or something.
You gotta put a question
Yeah.
mark.
Very
Oh,
simple. Very simple.
Or your guys' like
I'll
socials
make
in
a
there.
custom one.
But yeah. It'd be nice
Oh,
to do
yeah.
that. I think
Oh,
Yeah,
it'd be
you,
a good thing.
you hear what I'm saying this time, Spectre?
Yes.
Last time you were very big on that whole table thing. You're like, just have this table and we can put us all around this table and
It's a good table.
I love this table, dude. Dude, okay, I want to like this note. I would love some fan art of like a bunch of the VTubers and just having like the Knights of fucking whatever they're called, the Knights of the Round Table, and we all just have like our things, like
Uh-huh.
a sword and the Round Table.
better yet,
I would love
just
a
make
commission.
fan art of all of us as tables.
No, I would
Jesus
love
Christ.
that.
It's imagining our fucking characters are like tables or just our head. Anything that reminds our characters is just on a
Spectre's
table.
a fine oak table with a mask hanging off the edge.
Yeah, basically. I am mahogany.
Mangu's like a half broken fucking table.
For Pengu, we have this kind of rough around the edges, dark oak table, very dark.
It fits. Oh lord,
Sure, that's funny.
I could
No, but
do that.
things. Okay, so what do you think about fan art? Because I want to make this known before I say anything on the topic, that there is a big discussion in the community right now on making fan art for a character, or like for a VTuber, is creepy, and unless they're a proposition, they should not make fan art.
No, it's a
So-
fan art. You can't hold power over that.
I mean, well,
Exactly.
that's kind of my thing, where it's just like fan art is literally in the title. It's fan art. It's not something that's
Yeah.
like being stolen or anything. It's literally something they made because they enjoy you or your model or something like that. And if it's something that people are really serious about, well, then then that person just needs to do what I did with releasing my art tag today, which is like you specify, hey, I'm okay with people using or like making fan art of me. Just please use my hashtag when you're using that art.
Yeah, or like some people don't necessarily like the fan art between. Let's just say if it's between me, Pika, and Pingu. We played so much, people made fan art of us, but it's kind of a really gay. Yaoi shit. Pingu's on top of Pika.
Okay,
Oh
even
no!
then, even then, in that
Whoa,
point
we
of
both
view,
know I'm
I
the
am
top.
okay with that. I'm okay with
See-
that as long as it's done
Not
like in a
everyone's
really
okay with it.
either a really good, awesome art style or a really funny art style.
The way I see
Of
it,
course, not everyone. but-
make any kind of fan art of me as you want, that you want. Just sign it somewhere so that I can share it.
If you're gonna
I
make
want to
something
be able to
weird
share
about
it.
a person, I totally
So
get
make
the
sure
whole
you
it's
sign
weird.
it. Just make sure you
Nope.
sign it so that when I share it around with people, people know who made it.
I'm on the end of like being creepy and weird and like the like whole porno thing and like shipping people. Like if the people are saying, "Hey, don't ship us because like this will ruin his marriage and all that," I think I can understand getting a little angry afterwards. But at the same time, this is a world that has to see ships. Like you have to see people getting together. Every drama show is like a fucking a one person trying to get with another person kind of thing. It's just what people want to see.
Well, some
So
people
on
just
both
take it to
sides.
the extreme too, though. That's the
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
there
bigger
are-
That
issue.
is true.
There are
That's-
people
that
that
is-
just
that's the
don't
one
take it too
Like-
far. I mean,
like-
there's no better example than My Hero Academia.
Well,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
even gonna say like a more real life like actual VTuber situation that it's like a really awkward ship for no fucking reason is Sea Dog VA and Iron Mouse. Like people ship the two of them like ridiculously much, even though they've stated I don't know how many times it's like, guys, we're just best friends. Can you just not, please?
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to pay attention to like contexts and stuff. Like the example I was talking about, My Hero Academia. Like they're obviously all kids who have most of them have no care about being in relationships. You know,
Yeah.
it's not at the front of their mind. You know, and the fucking main character is definitely not fucking gay.
Yeah.
But here you have them shipping the main character in all these images with the fucking side guy, Bakugo, and it's like, bro, why?
Oh
That
no,
is,
it's
like,
literally no the amount of
Really against what the fucking creators are showing.
Yeah, no, the amount of like people who have made fanfics of Bakugo, Deku, and Todoroki is fucking insane to me because it's like, bro, these are like 16-year-old dudes. Y'all are creepy as shit.
Like, if anything,
Yeah.
like, I could see maybe if they're shipping, you know, the fucking one chick with Deku, but that's because she's made it clear she has interest in him.
Yeah, but even then, it's like you
I
don't
mean, they're
go
still
as
kids. You don't
you-
want to do anything pornographic.
Well, yeah, it's the thing. It's just like it's like they go into like this explicit
They do,
fucking
they
detail
do,
about
they do,
shit, and
they
I'm just
do.
like, do you people realize how fucking weird you sound? And the thing that I hate too is that it also plays into the stereotype where it's just like, if this was females and not dudes, this person would be labeled as a fucking pedophile. But for some reason, because it's dudes, everybody turns a blind eye to it. Everybody has blinders on for
You're
some
looking at it
fucking
from
reason.
The wrong side. It's because it's chicks making the art and shit, not dudes making the art and shit.
Even still, so like it just doesn't seem like right with me. It just doesn't
Yeah.
sit well.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's like
Maybe like
it's okay because they are like 16. You know, these 16-year-olds they date and stuff. It's okay to make
Yeah,
fan art of them
yeah,
like
that's
on
fine.
dates and stuff like
If
that.
it's like
just
if it's
nothing
like a date
explicit.
or maybe they like kissed, maybe okay, fine. That's
they
not
fucked.
that bad.
Nothing
You know, that's
explicit,
horrible.
you know?
Yeah, but not them like literally
keep it,
getting on
like-
top of each other and shit. Like
Keep it
goddamn.
feasible with the lore too. Like Bakugo's not gonna be with Deku. That's not their fucking dynamic.
No,
Not
they
far from it.
yeah, no, it's
They're
completely
friends.
far
I'm
from
not
it.
They're-
really
they're
worried
frenemies.
much about the dynamics. I'm not really worried about dynamics in that situation as much. Like, it's not their
like,
dynamic, sure, but
Deku,
it's also
I
just
fell in
not...
love with you. No.
It bothers me because it's cringy. As a person who actually watches the show and knows how the characters are being portrayed, it's super cringy and just.
Hey, okay, it's super cringe to say you like
it's
the
really-
show,
it's
too,
really-
because of how bad the fan base is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fan base absolutely ruins that show. It's a
Yeah,
good
man,
show,
it's
the
a
fan
good
base
show.
just
It's a
ruins
really
it.
good show. It's just like having a person just be like, oh yeah, this show, all this. Just like, no, I don't want to see this like this. Like, we just want to see the show for the show itself. But now we look like we're seeing it for the fucking fan art and shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Making a PNG version of a fucking mic is difficult. I have to remove all the shit in the background.
Spectre's out here working.
Bro, we're in the middle of a podcast and Spectre's like, I'm gonna make picture.
I mean, yeah, I did make a Giga Chad version of a friend. He looks funny.
I mean, I'm not innocent
Yeah.
in this matter. This whole time I've been sitting here setting up my VTuber model in
Okay.
V Studios.
You're talking with us. Spectre's not even asking his own guest questions.
That's understandable. That's fair.
I mean, I could try to think of stuff. I don't know, like, you ever just noticed, when you follow a bunch of people, they follow back, it's all good, you make friends, yada yada.
Yeah.
But then they do not follow you. Then you're like, wait a minute, did you follow me?
Or like they follow you for like a brief moment and then after
yeah,
like
unfollow
it's
afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah, that happens to me a couple of times or so.
I must say now, I
Now-
stopped that whole follow back thing. Like,
No, it's not
I'm
the-
only from this point on. I'm only following people who actually make content that I can interact with.
No, but that's the thing. I'm not talking about that. I'm actually talking about legitimately, like, you were making friends, and they can make the same content, you're in the same category, but then they just still unfollow you anyways. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, there's some people who would see
Yeah.
you as, like, okay, I'm bigger than this person, and they are not really providing what I seek or something like that. More of a business aspect.
Yeah.
When they perceive themselves as, you know, like, hey, yo, I'm here to make some friends. No, you ain't. You are not.
Cause yeah, that's fair. But I mean,
That's
like,
why some people need to clarify that, because there's about 3 different type of people in the VTuber communities. One, full business aspect. Other ones, just to make friends. Or the third one, just fuck it, I'll do whatever. All of the above, really.
yeah, it's yeah. Ugh. I had to stop doing follow backs because there's just I opened up my feed, and 50% of it.
Yeah, I
is
hate that. I
VTuber
actually hate
summoning
that.
circle. Like.
Oh yeah,
okay.
the VTuber summonings.
Like
Yeah.
it was cool for like the first week, you know, getting to follow some people, but now it's just like when you're seeing that for half your feed, like every day, it's like, is this trend ever gonna end?
As
If
long
you need
as
to post it every
newborn.
day, it's clear.
It works sometimes, but it's just overall kind of cringy.
Come on, make some
Yeah.
good content.
Yeah. Oh, here, you gotta admit it. I did it too.
I did it
do you
once,
guys
yes.
ever? Not that.
Okay,
I didn't do
okay.
it because it's cringe. But have you ever followed someone
Yes,
because
naturally.
of their VTuber model?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. So here's the other question: do you think it's gonna be like how long will they go? Is it based on their personality or is it based on mainly their model? Because sometimes
yeah.
people just blow up because of their model,
Oh yeah.
and they may not go too far because of their personality.
Well,
Yeah.
The
Well,
way
that's
I do it, if I see somebody and they have a really cool model I like, I'll go to their profile, and if they have some actually interesting content, I'll follow them. If they don't have actually interesting content, then I probably won't.
yeah, that's kind of the similar boat with me.
So like, the model is like the gateway, but if you don't have that interesting content behind it, you're not gonna get the full follow.
Yeah,
so
that-
I can. You go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that that's kind of how I've experienced it because in the beginning when I was first trying to like start getting that following on like Twitter and everything like that, it was just I would go and find some profiles that weren't exactly
Oh
the
my
best
God,
kinds of
yeah,
profiles to come
honestly.
across. Let me tell you.
Yeah. But I can't say that I'm actually okay with like people not having their full shit there. because I kind of get that. I was only able to have like my modeling stuff is because like I was already doing YouTubing and I had my own OC because I never saw myself as doing camera, so I was kind of already set. I just needed to make it PNG.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoy some smaller people, and I won't say they totally intimidate me, but sometimes they do. Cause like, oh yo, this guy, he's being ignored by these couple of VTubers, and then I check him out. Some people are legit diamonds in the rough. He can make his own pixelated VTuber model, and he does pixel art, and that shit was beautiful. Like I would commission him to do a lot of pixel stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, see, it's not always about like what you have present. Like, as long as it's something similar, like my Twitter profile picture, I don't have my model, and I don't have my reference sheet to use yet either. What I've got is I don't know if you guys see all the pick crew stuff that everybody does.
Kind of, yeah.
Where you
it has like presets and you make your own image.
Oh, I never touched that.
My Twitter profile picture was actually one I made using a pick crew.
What is that?
And it looks
Oh,
pretty
pick
fucking
crew, you
good,
said?
and it's pretty similar to my model, so it's like
Yeah, interesting.
pick crew. Yeah.
What?
It's got a bunch of different various like images.
Oh, I see it.
You just gotta find a set
Oh, I
that
see what you're
looks
talking about.
interesting. And it's got presets and yeah. It's also the whole website's in Japanese, so unless you find like specific ones that you
I see a
interesting,
I see a
you have no idea
lady
where you're going
anime
on that
titty
page,
lady, and it's
unless
taking
speak
me where I need
Japanese.
to go. All right, that's all I need to know. I don't know where this is taking me.
Oh, here's another thing. Just to let anybody know who is hearing these podcasts, as well as people who are in the podcast, whenever you try to clear out your follows, because sometimes you find people who just, you don't necessarily follow you back, unless you like their stuff and what they produce, even if they don't follow you back, cool. But the main point is, if you unfollow someone just to clear your shit, you gotta look out for that bug where if you unfollow one person, Twitter's like, okay, I'm gonna automatically unfollow 2 random people, just because. So I was in a long struggle with like following back people that are cool with me, and I'm cool with them.
It happens.
But it was just a long, tedious thing. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know why that's a bug, but it is.
One of the other things I forgot to mention too, that is part of like how I kind of like determine if I'm truly gonna follow somebody back or that is I typically depending on the post, like if it's like one of the VTuber summoning circles, I'm like meh, whatever. But if it's like one of the other kinds of posts but are like similar to it, I use the opportunity to like try to interact with the person and try to get like a feel for them and that, right?
Yeah,
and then that kind of
helps.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I like further develop that is like I use those opportunities to try to see if I can get like an inkling of what your personality is like and stuff like that, to see if I really want to like follow through with that, because of just like I said, some of the accounts I've come across when I was first starting out and even still now, and even the ones I see that get retweeted and stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie, are kind of sickening.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
See, I will say though, it's not always bad to follow the trends like the summoning circle if you do it right.
Yeah.
There's this one guy, I forget what his Twitter name is, but every single post he makes, he has a unique image of his avatar.
That's neat.
In a scenario for it.
Well, and that's the thing.
It's like the amount of effort that must take. Like he's got one for every situation. He doesn't make a single
Dude
post
knows
or
what he's
reply
doing.
without a unique picture of his avatar. It's like holy cow, dude.
So I actually
his summoning circle thing. He had a picture of his VTube model over the demonic circle with tentacles coming out of it, like attacking him, like he was screaming and running from it.
I actually have a similar situation with one of the other lewd tubers that I follow. I shit you not, this person, and I did ask them how much they had, because like you said, it was like a different image every single fucking day, right? Their whole thing for their character is that they are a half elf, half orc, right? But the whole premise of like what they post most days is just is just straight up porn essentially. And by essentially I mean like that's literally all it is. It's like just constant images of elves getting railed by big dick orcs. And it's just and it's different images every fucking time, like you said. And I had to ask them one day. I was just like, "How much like do you have?" Because like you noticed that, and I put it in there, and I'm like, you've got to have like an insane amount like stashed away somewhere. And they said the response was just like, "Well, I have a 4 terabyte hard drive, and it's just about taking up a terabyte."
Lord.
And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, why?
Yeah,
that is so much.
I will say though, as far as like lewd stuff goes, you know, people posting nothing but porn, whatever. I did find something extremely like weird though.
What's that?
There's people who will ERP on Twitter.
Oh, that's
not
fucking
through
yeah.
DMs,
That's like
but through
that's
open
actually part of.
tweets.
I imagine it's part of the fetish,
Yeah,
like it's a public thing. Like you want to be found.
Wait.
They ERP there's people that ERP with each other by quote tweeting each other's tweets.
Okay, what do you mean by ERP? Because my brain
Erotic
just might not
roleplay.
be... Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, my brain might not just be functioning right now, and I had to clarify.
Yeah, no, erotic roleplay. People who ERP with each other through quote tweets.
Oh, see, I don't ever do that with quote tweets. It's always just, like, in the comments of the post. Like, and I'm never, like,
Comments would be something, but, like, these people are doing it through quote tweets. So
yeah, no,
their whole
quote tweets is
content
weird as fuck.
Is them erotic role-playing each other. That's their whole content.
Yeah, that's a little much.
It's like, bro, that's fucking weird as shit. Like, you could maybe make an argument for, like you said in the comments, but, like, I wouldn't want to do that shit outside of DMs.
Well, even still, so it's like, I could technically show you guys some of the ones that I've had where it's like I will like the conversation I will take to a certain point, but once I know it's getting to that like more personal shit, that's where I take it over to DMs. Because like I don't mind putting it like leaving some of that stuff in the comments because people love seeing that shit. Like they'll eat it up like a fucking fat kid eats cake, right? Like they love it.
Yes.
But there's also a limit.
Alright.
Yeah. People are weird. People are fucking weird as shit.
Yeah.
That's the way it be.
Yeah, there are weird people out there, but hey, fuck. Some people look at that and see it as an opportunistic thing to just make stuff from.
Like I said, like it's not part of my thing, but I won't shy away from lewd stuff. Like fuck, what was that tweet? Crap, it was something. I think it was something about like it was somebody doing somewhere, and this guy's like. I don't remember, but I know it came down to like I've seen you in that maid outfit, and he was like, "Hey, you're supposed to keep that private," you know, shit like that, like you know.
Oh,
yeah.
The lewd intentions and stuff like that, and it's like.
Or like, well, it was like one of the first like bigger people to follow me. The guy has like 3,000 followers or some shit like that at the time.
Yeah.
And I just because I knew it would be funny and I knew it would get a reaction out of people, after he followed me back, I immediately put out a tweet because his character is like part detective, right? I was like, guys, please, please help me. I need a house to stay in. This detective is coming after me and they're trying to find my porn collection. I need help.
That's good.
That's funny.
Yeah, but it's just like yeah, that's just funny shit like that I also love doing too, because it's just like I know people will fucking laugh their asses off about it.
I mean, hey, I'm technically part of somebody's harem.
Beautiful.
There's this I forget what her thing was again. I feel bad, but like she's a shark VTuber or whatever. VTuber thingy. And she was like, should I make a harem, yes or no? And I put yes, and then I put in the comments, are you taking applications? And I posted photos I got of my 3D model wearing this preset pink maid costume.
Beautiful.
And she's like, heck yeah.
Nice.
She actually added me to a list for her harem.
That's wonderful.
Now you're part
It's like
of it.
it's like see, I don't mind doing stuff like that every now and then. I just don't want that to become my whole thing. I'm
You
just
just
afraid of
basically
that
become
becoming.
Hey,
Pengu,
look,
but
man,
more of
new
one.
new
I'm
Pengu
afraid
merch
of
dropping
that
tomorrow.
weird
All
stuff
right,
becoming what I'm
me and
known
a paid
for,
outfit.
and then, like,
Nah, fucking with you.
well, I mean,
That was
we
funny.
did hop
Dude,
on that
I
Jenga
made
Ben
mine
trend
and it
with the
looked just like
fucking
another
Pig Food
VTuber, and the
Maker.
VTuber responded, little weird, but okay. And I was like, oh no! I didn't know it looked
Yeah,
so
that's a
much
little
like someone
little
else's.
awkward.
They laughed though immediately afterwards. It was just like, all right, I guess we're the same person. I was like, yeah, makes sense. And just that was the end of the conversation. It was funny, but that's what I'm saying. That kind of stuff is always funny. That's the reason why I like having a lot of VTubers. But all my fucking content feed is fucking VTubers
Yeah.
now. I don't mind it. It's just, man, I used to have a Twitter.
Man, I just wish some of my actually funny stuff would pop off a bit more.
Retweet the dumb
Pengu,
cow.
I retweeted Pablo.
Pablo.
I retweeted Pablo.
Dude,
and it got no
just make a
interaction.
meme
It
on
got
it
like
saying,
it
I
got
will
like
keep
2
reposting
likes.
Pablo till we hit 1K. Day one.
I mean,
A little bit of context. I found a picture of a cow wearing a sombrero. That's all it is. It's got a blank white background. It's just a cow wearing sombrero.
Beautiful.
I posted on Twitter with the text Pablo, and that was it.
I mean, I see no issues here.
True.
I thought it was kind of funny. And it got,
No,
it
I
got
mean-
like 2 likes, but it's like, okay.
Well,
Nobody
one of the
likes
other things
Pablo.
that I've noticed too is like the time of day that you put out a tweet. Like for me, for instance, I know not to put out a tweet in the morning because if I put out a tweet before noon, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't go fucking anywhere.
See, that's not a problem for me though. Like, I'll wake up first thing in the morning and I'll make a good morning tweet, and then throughout the day I'll be getting people replying to it. Like, some people will reply to it immediately. I'll get like 1 or 2 like around noon. I'll get some. I've gotten one at like 6 o'clock at night. Like,
I mean,
you know,
it may be
I
more.
kind of posted that like 12 hours ago.
Yeah, it might be just because I have a bit of I don't really have that much of a following right now. That's maybe why. But like
That's fair.
it's typically between like noon and about 10 at night for me. I notice is like the peak time I can put out posts and people will react to them. But if I put it out any other point after that, it's like a shot in the dark on if it will go anywhere.
Speaking of, how many followers do you have?
Currently,
That's a weird thing.
Now it does differ.
I know it's
between
under
Twitter
300.
and through Twitch.
Man, Spectre, you getting these
People
small
will-
timers.
let's say you got a following of,
269
like 1K
currently.
People, 2K
I'm kidding.
people. Like, oh my god,
I'll
I'm so
definitely
awesome.
I'll definitely
But then
I'll definitely shout you out or something.
And-
I got like 630.
Oh, I
And
appreciate it.
like I hit a point where I was like blowing up, and I was like, I don't know why I'm blowing up here. Start following these other people as well, I guess. Like, I'm just gonna spread
Yeah.
this to other people as well.
My only
But,
thing that
like,
I
it's
wish
like-
I
Yeah,
I don't like to. I like to give back. If I'm gonna grow, I'm gonna start shouting out other people as well. Like,
yeah. Well, for me partially too, I'm just trying to get to a point that I can just go about shit a little bit better. And like, I'm trying to like figure out the system essentially, if that makes sense.
oh yeah.
So that's part of my issue too. But no, big thing killing me right now is the fucking average viewer shit on Twitch for
Oh yeah.
affiliate.
Do you have all of the followers you need on Twitch?
Oh yeah, I literally the only thing that I don't have in the achievements is the average
there's
viewer.
There's a strat to cheese it. This is what I did. I
Okay.
had one alternate account on my
Okay.
phone that I would generally use to make sure everything looks okay.
Okay.
And then I had 2 friends who always watched my streams.
Yeah, see that's the
They-
thing is
I,
like
I would like, because we'd be playing games together as it is, and just
Yeah.
while we're playing games, they'd have my stream up in the background.
Yeah, I usually have Pingu's or Pika's stream up and running in the
Yeah.
background. If I'm streaming though, it makes it difficult.
yeah, like recently I've been able to get it a little bit more consistent, but it's still there are those times where I have like these like dead zones. And
Twitch is rough. Twitch is rough as shit.
yeah, it's like I have these dead zones and I can't really do anything about it right now.
It also depends on what you're streaming. Like, for example, when I did Kingdom 2 Crowns, you had no idea, but I blew up a lot with Kingdom 2 Crowns, and every time I was streaming and you putting customized thumbnails, I can see myself as a recommendation.
Yeah.
So it really depends on like what you're streaming, what time.
Also look for games that have friendly communities.
Yeah.
Some of my biggest viewership was like, I was doing a Stardew Valley playthrough, and people would just raid me, because other people would be playing Stardew Valley, and they're like, okay, yeah, it's time to end. We're nice people because we're playing Stardew Valley. This is such a nice game. Let's raid somebody.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And them games like that, you know, where they have the nice communities of people who stream it that always raid other people who are playing the game and stuff like that. Those are always so nice. I actually got raided the other day playing Warframe.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a guy with 8 viewers. They raided me. He still stops by my stream every now and then, which is pretty cool. I don't get like consistent viewers yet, but like maybe every other stream I'll have like 1 or 2 people who will come back for like an hour or so.
Yeah.
If that. So
My
it's
only...
like I'm still like not big in any. I'm still like an absolute nobody, but I still get those few people every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is that I just want to hit affiliate so that I can get you can start using those benefits. You can start having subs and stuff like that, because then that actually brings the consistent viewers in.
Affiliate unlocks so much with the viewer rewards. Fucking emotes, subscribers.
Well, the big thing I also want is that for my emotes too, because I've had emotes. I've had my emotes for a while now, and I'm just like, I just want to use them. Just let me fucking use them, goddammit.
See, I've got emotes, but no offense to my cousin who made them, but I kind of want to get them changed out eventually, because they were stuff I commissioned her for before I became a VTuber.
Yeah.
So they're based off simply my logo instead of like my character or anything like that.
So.
Got it.
Yeah. Because my whole logo that I use is a very simplistic rabbit with a scorpion tail.
Oh, see, I had a custom logo done for me.
I made mine absolutely myself. I used it. I used my birthday to come up with it.
That's fair.
Because I based on my birthday, I'm a Scorpio born in the year of the rabbit. While I'm not really big in astrology stuff, I still think the symbols that astrology has is cool, just as a representation of your birthday.
Fair.
Alrighty. So, is there any final things you want to say and any topics?
I mean, I
don't
really have anything. This is my first podcast I've ever been on, so I'm very new to this.
Check him out. He is awesome.
You're a great guest.
He's great overall. You guys will love him, and we'll make sure to do some content with him. Hopefully.
We will.
Yep.
We'll have his socials in the description below as well.
Of course.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys joining me out here.
It was fun. It was fun. You were a great guest.
Yeah, I mean,
also,
I try to be.
I do want to apologize about that little mix-up last week.
Oh, no, that was fine.
We did have a guest who was pre-planned since the week before, and I guess Spectre didn't clarify.
No, it's fine. I just blamed it on Spectre.
Alright.
Yeah, okay.
Alright. Overall, check this guy.
Look, Spectre, you kind of shot the ball on that one, like.
Hey.
So, you guys follow, make sure you
Hey, fair enough.
follow, give us some love, and we'll catch
You're
you
a great
guys
guest.
in the next one.
V-Bois.
See you later.
See you later.
Dragon Ball Z. That's good. Yay.
Awesome. God damn it. Stop recording.